Yes, yes, yes. Welcome again. I got another powerful interview, man. Another powerful interview. I've been wanting to get this sister on for a good little minute. This is a spiritual sister. This is a very powerful sister. The love doctor, Moe'x Santiago. How you doing, sister? How you doing?
Yeah, all is well. Giving thanks, brother. Giving thanks.
I'd
A
like to
lot for the
thank you.
family.
I just want to thank you, once again for this, taking this opportunity to come on with me to have a nice little dialogue with me, a discussion. I just appreciate you. I just want to tell you that.
I want to thank you for having me. I share.
Yes. So, the reason why I wanted to, have a discussion, an interview with you, I just been, I follow you. I know you are a powerful sister. You deal with healing. You know what I'm saying? You deal with a lot of spiritual healing. And
Hmm.
this is her website. Actually, talk about your website and talk about the healing things that you do, far as with helping people. The floor is
Okay,
yours.
well, thank you. My website is moexsantiaga.com. Well, I do something what you call the placebo effect. I teach people how to heal themselves through tantric practices. Tantra is basically like overcoming obstacles while remaining absorbed in supreme consciousness. It's expanding your perception so you can perceive more of your infinite being. It's actually really tapping and diving into your heart chakra. Um, After trauma, and even say, for instance, you didn't feel like you had trauma, it's really just going deep into who you are, deep into your culture, deep into your roots, really. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So it's just really the complete breakdown and healing, how you can heal yourself, how you can boost certain spiritual gifts with your sexual practices. I sell adult toys also from my website.
Mhm.
Um, so it really gets into the health and wellness as well, because it's all about protecting your energy,
Yeah.
and if you have
Yeah.
to, do it the best way that you can. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So
And
yeah.
I want to talk about what you was just talking about. Like, let's talk about a little bit, because you, far as with the sex, because you is the love doctor, and you know what I'm saying. And like I said, you sell a lot of sex toys. Are they just for women or men? How does that go? You know.
Well, see, the thing is, sex is so big.
Uh-huh.
So yes, I do have stuff for men too. I have stuff for couples. Things that'll make you think outside the box, that keep a little spice in the bedroom, or
Okay.
whatever the
Okay.
case may be. Especially like if you get married or something like that, and you want to
Yeah.
like spice up the bedroom. Like, people don't understand that sex is a big part of spirituality. It
Explain
really
that.
is.
Yeah, I mean, because you're right. Because a lot of us just get the lust into the of sex. This the lust. I
Hmm.
mean, especially me as a man. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? A beautiful sister. You see a nice body. We lust straight. For that. So explain that what you was just saying though about the sex though. Break that down.
Oh yes, sex is very powerful. Like, if you really go back into the ancient studies and you go back to the ascended masters, they can tell you about semen retention and the benefits that you get for like not having sex, or and actually subliming that energy into greatness and into your third eye and opening up certain chakras. Like, it's really big. Your
Mhm.
energy field is really, really big,
Now let
especially
me
when
ask
it
you
comes
this
to
too,
merging.
Mo. Now, is this the saying why they say the power of the pussy?
Uh,
The power of the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Because the power of the pussy, we can't resist that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about heterosexual straight black man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The power of the pussy.
It
So
look. It's
that kind of like hypnotize you. Is a spell that females that they can do. Females can do, and they don't even really know that though.
mhm,
As far as the power of that. I mean, explain that
mhm.
too.
The yoni is very powerful. First and foremost, God is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's the womb.
Facts.
The man comes
Facts.
from the womb, and the man is also a reflection, which is the God as well. And when you get into the woman, you get into the nectar, you know what I mean, the netter, and what makes it sweet, and the woman is all about reproducing. the woman is very, very, very powerful. Her energy is the
Yes.
creative energy. When you really go into it, it's the intuitive energy.
Mm.
The man is more of the logic, cosmic consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's all a balance when you're going into that. That's why I really go into the tantric practices, because it teaches you all of that and more. And
Mm.
it's crazy. It's
Mm.
crazy. Healing is the new wave.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why I got you on, because I've been noticing that myself. So coming
Mhm.
down, like I said, last part of the year, like, I mean, far as with that healing, and like we talked before, we all are needing healing. Everyone is needing healing.
Mhm.
Everyone.
And just the same way, that sex can heal you, it can also destroy you as well. So it's
Mm-hmm,
always very important to be aware, because sex magic is real.
mm,
you
mm,
know and and when you really get into the tantra, it goes into the sex magic and stuff of that nature. So
yeah,
that's another thing about the power of the yoni,
yeah,
is really,
yeah,
really
yeah.
big.
That's true. That's why I always say Mother Earth, because I mean, because it just makes sense. No, it
Hmm.
makes sense. Y'all give birth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all give birth to us to come out the womb. So like I said, it makes sense. And like I said,
Hmm.
you deal with a lot of tarot, far as with readings and different things. Let's speak on that too. Let's speak on, like, far as with your gift in that. When did you realize that you had that calling, that gift of, what I'm saying, of seeing things that other people can't see or other people can't hear, as I would want to say it, but I would want you to break it down, you know, the best way.
Okay. So, when I first found out that I was gifted, I was like really young, but I didn't understand it.
Mm,
So I kind of was angry, and I never really told anybody, because they'll probably think I'm crazy or something.
yeah.
But in all actuality, this stuff is real. It's a
Mm,
science. The world is bigger than what people perceive it to be.
yes.
But everybody, that normally has gifts, it's normally given to you from birth.
Mm,
So it doesn't necessarily enhance until you're ready. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it was a couple of years, I believe, around the time that me and you met, I was like really tapping into it.
Mm.
And I was
That was
like,
at the
oh
Net
my
Turner
goodness.
Festival, as the
Yeah,
first
it's at
time
the
we met.
net turn.
Mm,
Exactly. And that's when I first started selling adult toys and doing readings. I
wow.
channeled a energy of a dead person while I was doing a reading. And it
Wow.
was crazy. And I was just like, wow, it just, all of my hairs stood up. It was crazy.
Wow. 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 I mean, I know, but like I said, I love to hear the story though. I mean, you can break that down if you would love to.
Are you talking about of doing a reading?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was basically doing a reading, and I was using tarot cards.
Mm,
But I stepped out of the tarot cards because I don't know, it was just the energy that kind of took over. And it was a message that needed to be given, because my client needed healing.
wow.
And it was really my first client, to be honest, because she used
Mm,
to do my readings.
yeah.
And then she started coming to me for readings, because I kind of got a little deeper into the reading, so she would feel
Mm,
more comfortable with coming to me. Um, and all of a sudden, like, I started just speaking, you know what I mean? And then all of my hairs like just came up of my whole body. And
yeah.
like she was like, yo, that was so deep. Like, I was saying some stuff that I didn't normally know. Like, I didn't really know, but
Mm,
I was saying it. So I
yeah.
was just letting that energy work through me, because it's healing. Like, a lot of people, they will lose, you know, a person in their life, and then they'll wind up feeling lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or alone. Speaking from experience, because I just lost my brother.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know the feeling. of that pain. And sometimes you really need to talk to that person to fill a void. And
Yeah.
I actually changed this person's life. She's
Wow.
actually doing her own thing. She moved and she's exploring life, tapping into her own divinity. And I'm proud of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's deep. That's so deep. And I know one time when me and you was talking, we had a conversation because we was talking about the ancestors, and if I'm not mistaken, you was telling me about like we need to call on the angels and the ancestors,
Hmm.
both. Both. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of us will always call on the ancestors, but speak on far as we're calling on the angels and the ancestors though too.
Yes, absolutely. Because what people don't understand is not all ancestors are good ancestors.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So it's a balance. Of course, you're part of their lineage. You know what
yes,
I mean? So they have a to play a part in your life some type of way, form, or fashion, even in the afterlife.
yeah,
They working with you, whether you like it or not.
mm,
So it's always good to have that spiritual protection
yeah.
and getting into your angelic reads. That's why I offer angelic reads, and I really get you in tune and aligned with your angels, because they're the ones who really get down and dirty when
Mm,
it comes to it. And I've seen them work some, like I've had angelic activity in my life since I was a kid, and
uh-huh.
I've seen them do some crazy stuff, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? That it'll blow your mind. But I'm telling you, you really need that spiritual protection, especially when you're new to the spirituality and
mm,
you're hearing all of this Beyonce, Oshun, and all this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And you're
yeah,
calling certain entities and stuff that you don't even really know, you're not really familiar with, because all you do is hear about it on YouTube or something like that, but you
yeah,
haven't worked with it hand in hand. You need that protection.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Confirmation.
yeah. I mean, and I totally agree. That's so deep. So like if anybody, like I said, that's at home watching, or anybody out there would wanna, how could they do something like this even at their house for this, if they want some type of spiritual protection, might didn't even have certain things or something. Could you give them some type of advice for that?
If they didn't have
If
anything,
they didn't have nothing, like I'm just saying, like maybe like a type of meditation or type of prayer, to offer spiritual protection to someone that wants that, but might don't have like some of the certain things, like to take spiritual baths or something like that. So could you offer some type of advice for that?
yes, actually, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yeah.
That's a big key. And what people don't understand is that demonic entities and lower level entities hide in clutter.
Mm,
So the more clutter that you have, even say for instance, you don't wash your hair, you know what I mean? Anything can be a ritual to cleanse. Anything.
facts.
If you have
Facts.
a broom, you know what I'm saying? Cleansing is always needed.
Yeah.
Your external reflects on what's going internally. So if you have a junky car, the way you move in is real dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have a junky house, then something internally, it ain't right. You might be depressed. You know what I mean? Or anything could be happening.
Yeah.
So you always keep that in mind, whether you have sage or not. Make
Hmm.
sure that your surrounding areas, even when it comes to dealing with people and the friends that you pick, because they can rub off on you
And that's what
if
I
you're
wanted
not
to talk to
in
you. And I
their
didn't mean to
mood.
cut you off, but I'm glad you said that because I wanted to ask you about these type of energies, like what you was
Hmm.
just about to say about being around certain people, and you can pick up their type of energy. Explain that too, how real that is. So some people don't even believe that's real, as far as with that type of energy.
Yes, it's called being empathic.
Mm,
And for the people that don't believe it, you can always Google it. It's actual facts, that people are empathic and people can pick up your energy. Like, that's why it's very important for you to be careful when it comes to booking readings from just anybody or getting free readings. You know what I mean? Because if you let somebody in your aura field, then they could manipulate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any type of way that they feel. So you always want to make sure that you're basically praying for discernment if you do pray, or if you chant, you're chanting on discernment, when
Yeah.
it comes to stepping really, really deeper into, your spirituality and anything.
Yes. Yeah. So wow, wow, wow. And I'm glad to have you on, sister. I'm truly glad to have you on because I always been intrigued about this. Like I said, I'm spiritual. I'm not into, religions and different things. I'm more spiritual with it. I'm into praying to my ancestors, meditation and different
Mhm.
things. So I always been intrigued about, like far as readings, you know what I'm saying, your spirits, like people that have like certain spiritual gifts. I always been intrigued by that because you will meet certain people that don't believe, that don't believe, that they'll think, oh, they lying, there ain't nothing happening, they don't know, or different things. So, I mean, have you ran across that before in your lifetime?
It was me. It was me. You
Wow.
know, that's crazy because, okay, my ex-husband, I was married at one point in my life,
Uh-huh.
and my ex-husband, he was a warlock, and his family loved me, so I knew all the secrets. They told me, you know what I mean?
So
And I
now
didn't
hold on for
believe that
people.
stuff.
Let me back you up before you finish. I gotta back you up. Cause when you say a warlock, which you break that down for the people out there, what is a warlock though? Some
A
people might
warlock.
don't know.
Okay, a warlock is a male witch. Some of them call it a male witch. They say you have good ones, they say you have bad ones. The bad ones will see a good female witch and like suck their energy dry type thing. The
Okay.
good ones, they're like shamans.
Mm.
There's names and labels for everything. So that's what a warlock is. But
Yeah.
my ex-husband was a bad one.
Oh wow.
He had his good side, you know what I mean? That's what made me fall in love with him. But he also had that side that he also had to work on. Like,
Yeah.
we call it shadow work, because we all have that side,
Yeah.
of that
But let
negative
me ask you
energy
this: did
we
he
say, I
know
guess.
your gifts though too? Could he experience your gifts or what you had?
Yes, by transferring of sexual energies.
Mm.
He could, but I don't think he really knew how in depth my gifts was because they weren't fully enhanced back then. He just knew a little bit, a
Yeah.
little something, something.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. 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 That's deep. That's real deep. And like I said, for the we got the website, the bottom. Let's talk about some of the things that you, far as the events that you want to throw, that we were talking about, because I think we was talking about this like last week. It was an event, and speak about that. We was talking about the event, the out of town event that you was thinking about putting together, and it sounded like a real powerful event.
Oh yeah, healing retreats.
Yes, the healing retreat. Yes.
Yeah, I've been working on the healing retreats, and I feel like a lot of people have questions. A lot of my clients anyway, they have questions and they want to experience, some psychedelics or mushrooms, herbal plant medicine, sacred
Mm,
healing medicine, and they want to do it the safe way.
yeah.
So I plan on, for everybody that signs up to moexsantiaga.com, they will all have updates on, the healing retreats when we go out and we tap into that energy of healing, and you actually, it's a lot of stuff that's coming with these retreats. I'm just in the background getting everything together. I haven't really shared it with nobody, so you guys would be like the first people,
That's what's.
that I'm sharing it with.
Yeah.
But healing is a momentum, and psychedelics and mushrooms, they open you up to a wider experience, like when it comes to your spirituality, even getting to know who you truly are and your tribes.
Yeah.
It shifts everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like people need to experience that, and there's a lot of people that's questioning it. So I'm gonna host, as well as some of my other fellow entrepreneurs, certain events and travel the world healing, basically.
Now, love doctor, I just got some questions. Love doctor, I got some questions too. Like, what? I mean, how do you know? I just want to know though, how do you know when you really find true love? You know what I'm saying? When you really find that one that you know that's really for you, or that's the true love. How do you know that? Because some people might didn't experience that, like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like far as knowing that true one that's one for you, that true love. How do you know what I'm saying? How do you know that when that is arriving, when it comes, or when it's there, or when it's in your face? How could you tell?
How you can tell is it's life changing in a positive way. Like you're building wealth, you're breaking generational curses. It's all in your perception. Because a lot of people can say it's a feeling.
Mm.
When love is a feeling, but
And
however
there's a lot of
feelings
lust
change.
too. There's a lot of lust. Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. That's why I said feelings change. So
Yeah.
you can love me one minute and lust me the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then get vexed because now it's an entanglement of your feelings. So that's why you go into like, what is it doing for me? What is it bringing in for me? Is it helping me? Is it building me? What is it doing for my family?
Mm.
Do I see a future with this person? Because a lot of times people don't realize this is why we talk about detachment is even in Tantra, we talk about detachment, but also loving somebody. You can love somebody and be detached. You
Mm.
can,
Yeah.
because everybody is there for a reason and a season. Love really only promises one thing, and is pain. And because, say for instance, you do find the love of your life, they're gonna eventually die. You know what I mean? Or crossover,
Right.
transferring of energy, whatever you want to call it. The physical is no longer going to be there. So that's why you got to make sure that you have that balance of, okay, I love you enough to let you go and experience the next realm,
Yeah.
and I still feel your energy and I'm going to help it carry on. So it's all in what you're looking for in love, because
Mm.
everybody's definition of love is different.
Yeah. 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 I totally agree with that. And I want to speak on like the duality that we have inside of us, as far as like the negative and the positive. Like we was, like born out of chaos, and it's no way that we could be positive 24/7.
There's
You
no
know,
way.
it's no way. So like far as with that, and I think a lot of people what's going on now, we don't know how to balance those that negative and positive though. Mo, speak on that a little bit. Far as with even like trying to balance that, because it's hard a lot. Because the negative winning right now. Because if you positive, ain't nobody that's whack. Positivity is
Right.
whack.
Well, in a sense, it can be. I just say stay true to yourself and
Yeah,
focus on acceptance, because that's a part of self-love. People think when they see the love doctor, that the love doctor is supposed to be all love and light all the time. But that's the thing. If people think that they can push over, that you're a pushover, that's what they're gonna do.
yeah,
So you have to, that's a big part of self-love and loving yourself, even unifying, is setting boundaries. you
yeah,
know
yeah,
Even KRS-One, he even said, he's against war, well, he's against murder, but he's all for war, but he's against murder, because when you find peace, you're gonna have to protect your peace.
facts.
You know what I mean? You
Yep.
can't allow everybody in on your peace, because
Yeah.
not everybody is happy for you.
Yes. Yes. That's true. That's true. That.
So you just stay true to yourself. And that's for everybody watching. Always stay true to yourself. You know what I mean? Accountability is big.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very big. I mean, I just would like to thank you this for having this discussion with me. But I know you be busy a lot. I kind of worried you about this interview. What I'm saying, conversation, and I really appreciate it. I think a lot of people out here got a lot of great jewels that you just installed in different things. Far as you got any other things you want to say before we go?
Um, Let me see. What can I say? Unify, y'all. Unify. Stop trying to outwoke each other. You know what I'm saying? We a team. You know what I
Facts.
mean? It's
Facts.
something that I know that somebody else don't know. It's something that somebody else know that I don't know. You know what I mean?
And
Because
we still learning every day. We still learning every day. That's the thing. And
exactly.
let's speak on that too before we go. Let's speak on that, like far as with the humility thing. And like you just said, stop trying to out woke everybody. Cause the definition of woke to a lot of people is a lot of other people definition of woke what it means. So woke kind of mean it's a different definition right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some people still think Jesus coming out the sky and they say they woke.
Exactly.
You
You know
know,
what I mean? It's a lot of woke people that say they woke, but when I mean woke, it's like, everybody got some type of key to this matrix. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Everybody, it's levels, and it's levels for a reason. This is why the numbers are in the formation that they are for a reason. You know
yes,
what I'm saying? So everybody just got to accept whatever level they on and kick it how it is, because we all need each other. And it's especially if you want to survive this jank. You already see what's going on.
yeah,
You see what's going on.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of healers out here. It's a lot of them.
yeah,
Some good ones too. So as long as we all have each other back and stop trying to shit on one another, the world
facts,
will be a better place for real.
facts, facts. And because we need each other. At the end of the day, we really need each other though. We don't even realize that. You know,
Mhm.
we like you said, we out shitting on each other. We need each other definitely more than ever right now. You know,
Absolutely.
so
That's that
I
oneness.
what you
Mhm.
said? What you said?
I said that's that oneness.
Yeah, yeah, but it's like, and that's why I say too with females, y'all have a lot of the power. You know what I'm saying? Because this is Mother Earth. I feel like we as men, we do a lot of things to impress y'all. Like I mean, and I'm not blaming y'all for nothing, but I'm saying we, of course, like I said, we like to dress, we like to look good, we like to act hard, we like to act tough. We a lot of things that we do to impress females. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I say y'all have the power, because if y'all want something stopped, we could really stop it if y'all really wanted something to be stopped. How do you feel about
Mhm.
that?
Oh yeah, man. I do feel like we do run the world. We
Yeah.
absolutely do,
I
and
mean, you
it.
know, look, James Brown said it was a man's world back then. I say right now, shit, I said women run the world now.
Yeah, well, I feel like, that was a part of the brainwashing mechanism, of them turning gods into dogs. You see, get at me, dog, and from women from being goddesses to bitches, dog is God backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So they wanted to make humanity backwards, and a lot of men still think. I'm not even gonna say a lot, because I know a lot of men that know that you know God is a woman, and also they're a reflection of that woman, you
yes.
know. But it was part of their programming, and
Mhm.
all of this was necessary in order for the evolution process. You know what I mean? For everybody to know what's not right, you know and this is why, remember, you were talking about not everything can be positive. This is why, it has to be some type of chaos so we can wake up.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
There's
Facts.
no way that people gonna wake up with all love and light. There's no way
There's no
that
way.
people
There's no
can
way.
just snap back into reality
You're
and
right.
know what's going on for real.
You're right.
So yeah, it's all a process.
Oh man, man. And like I said, I just like to thank you again, sister. I appreciate you coming on. And like I said, when I do the interviews live in the studio, I love for you to come sit down with me and we have a live discussion. But we know the COVID situation and stuff going on, so we do live streams now. But I would love to have a one-on-one.
Absolutely, I'd be honored. Not saying sign me up.
Definitely, definitely. I'd like to thank you again, man. And is there anything else you would like to say to anybody out there before I go or anything?
I just wanted to first and foremost, thank you for having me.
Thank
Um,
you, sister. Thank you.
it definitely was a pleasure having this conversation and
Yes.
enlightening whoever's watching. Ashe, blessed
Ashe.
be. You guys can book me on moexsantiaga.com. I do private consultations. I also have a mentoring program. You guys can check out the details on moexsantiaga.com. Um, Oh yeah. I also have a promo page on moexsantiaga.com. So if you just sign up just on moexsantiaga.com for the subscription of, the emails, you can always email me your business and I will post it on the promo page because whoever supports me, I love to support them as well. And I do get a lot of people that come to my page, and just view my blogs and stuff like that. So you
And
guys just tap
speaking, do you
in.
got tell people your cash app too before we go too? So
Oh, it's Love
anybody might
Doctor
want to send some
369.
donations or something to you. So what's your cash app?
Okay, it's Love Doctor 369
Okay.
$sign.
Okay. This, what I'm saying, some people out here, be generous and send donations to a sister. You know what I mean?
Ashe, giving thanks, giving
Yes.
thanks.
And I like to thank you again, sister, for this doing this right now, sitting down with me with your busy time. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for making time for me as well.
Yes, and we got to do it again. This ain't the last one.
Okay. You right. It ain't. Let's do this.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.